You're lying in bed. It's 2 in the morning. Your body is exhausted, but your brain won't shut up. It replays an awkward conversation from 3 years ago. It wonders whether your boss secretly dislikes you. It imagines disasters that will probably never happen. It invents arguments, rewrites old memories, creates brand new problems before tomorrow has even started. And the strangest part? You know it's pointless. You know none of these thoughts are helping, yet somehow you can't stop thinking. Why? Why would evolution create a brain that keeps us awake, makes us anxious, and traps us inside our own thoughts? At first, it seems like a terrible design. After all, no other animal appears to spend hours replaying embarrassing moments. A deer doesn't spend the night wondering if the rest of the herd judged the way it ran from a wolf. A wolf doesn't lie awake, questioning whether it made the right career choice. Humans do, every single day. And today, overthinking feels almost unavoidable. A single unanswered text message can generate dozens of imaginary explanations. One awkward meeting can occupy your mind for an entire weekend. One small mistake can become 100 different what-if scenarios. Modern life makes it seem like our brains are broken. But what if they're doing exactly what they evolved to do? To understand that, forget your smartphone, forget your office, forget your calendar filled with deadlines. Picture yourself around 40,000 years ago. The sun is beginning to disappear behind the trees. Your small hunting group has finally returned to camp. The fire is burning, children are laughing. The danger seems to be over, but your brain doesn't relax. Instead, it starts asking questions. Did you hear something moving in the bushes? Was that strange footprint really from this morning? Did the neighboring tribe seem unusually quiet today? Should your group hunt somewhere else tomorrow? Most of those thoughts will turn out to be unnecessary. Nothing attacks. Nothing happens. Tomorrow looks exactly like today. But once, just once, one of those worries turns out to be correct. And because you thought about it before everyone else, your family survives. That single moment changes everything. Because evolution doesn't reward being relaxed, it rewards staying alive. The people who ignored every possible danger often didn't get a second chance. The people whose brains constantly searched for hidden threats frequently did. Which means that the annoying habit we call overthinking today may have started as one of humanity's greatest survival tools. But if overthinking once helped keep our ancestors alive, why does it make so many people miserable now? The answer begins with one simple fact. Your brain is still living in the Stone Age, even if the rest of your life isn't. Your brain has one job: keep you alive. It doesn't care whether you're happy. It cares whether you survive long enough to see tomorrow. For almost all of human history, that meant paying attention to every possible danger. A strange sound, an unfamiliar smell, a face you didn't recognize. Even a small change in the environment could matter. Most of the time, those clues meant nothing, but every once in a while, they meant everything. The person who dismissed every rustle in the grass eventually ignored the wrong one. The person who constantly asked, "What if?" was more likely to notice the hidden predator, or the unstable cliff, or the spoiled food. Our ancestors didn't survive because they were fearless. They survived because many of them expected the worst. Today, that same mental machinery is still running. The difference is the threats have changed. Instead of wondering whether something is hiding behind the trees, your brain wonders why someone left your message on red. Instead of scanning the horizon for predators, it scans your memories for mistakes. Instead of preparing for tomorrow's hunt, it prepares for conversations that may never happen. The software stayed the same. The world around it didn't. And that's where the trouble begins. Your brain doesn't clearly distinguish between physical danger and social danger. Thousands of years ago, being rejected by your tribe could be devastating. Humans depended on each other for food, protection, and raising children. Being left behind wasn't just embarrassing, it could be deadly. So your brain became incredibly sensitive to social signals. A strange look, an angry voice, someone acting differently than usual. Missing those signs could have serious consequences. Today, a coworker forgets to say good morning. A friend replies with a shorter text than usual. Someone unfollows you online. None of those things are life-threatening, but your brain often reacts as if they might be. That's why overthinking feels so convincing. It isn't trying to make your life harder, it's trying to prevent a disaster, using rules that were written for a completely different world. But if your brain is constantly searching for problems, can you actually stop overthinking? Or is it something every human is destined to live with forever? The answer is both. You probably can't stop your brain from generating thoughts, because that's exactly what a healthy human brain is supposed to do. Every second, it predicts, compares, questions, imagines, runs countless simulations of the future before anything actually happens. It's one of the greatest abilities our species has ever evolved. Without it, humans might never have crossed deserts, sailed across oceans, invented agriculture, or landed on the moon. Every great invention began the same way. Someone imagined a future that didn't exist yet. The very ability that allows us to dream is the same ability that allows us to worry. The problem isn't that your brain imagines possibilities. The problem is that it rarely knows when to stop. Thousands of years ago, overthinking usually had an ending. The predator either appeared or it didn't. The storm arrived or the sky cleared. The hunt succeeded or everyone went home hungry. Reality eventually answered the question. Modern life is different. Many of today's biggest worries have no clear ending. Will people like me? Am I successful enough? Did I choose the right career? Should I have said something different? What if I fail 5 years from now? Those questions don't have obvious answers, which means your brain keeps searching long after the search has stopped being useful. Then technology quietly makes everything worse. For the first time in human history, your brain can receive new information every few seconds. Another message, another headline, another opinion, another notification, another reason to keep thinking. In the ancient world, night usually meant silence, darkness, a campfire, and eventually sleep. Today, the conversation never ends. Even after you leave work, work follows you home. Even after an argument ends, you can replay it hundreds of times. Even after everyone else falls asleep, your brain is still scrolling through memories. Not because it's trying to punish you, because it's still doing the same job it learned thousands of generations ago. Searching, predicting, preparing, just in an environment that never lets it switch off. Ironically, the people who overthink the most are often the people who care the most. They notice details, spot patterns, imagine consequences before they happen. Those traits helped our ancestors survive, and today they help people become scientists, engineers, doctors, artists, writers, inventors. The goal was never to eliminate that ability. Without it, human civilization would look very different. The challenge is knowing when your brain is solving a real problem and when it's simply chasing possibilities that may never become reality. Because evolution didn't build your mind to make you feel calm. It built your mind to keep asking, what happens next? For hundreds of thousands of years, that question kept our ancestors alive. Today, it can also keep us awake. So the next time your mind refuses to quiet down, remember this. You're using one of the most powerful survival machines evolution ever created. It just happens to be running ancient software inside a modern world.